Welcome to Lead with Clarity. This is a space for leaders who want to grow without losing themselves in the process. Each episode is a short reflection on leadership, influence, and the inner work that shapes how we show up for others. It's not hype, it's not noise, just clear thinking for the journey of leading well. The episode title for today is Close Enough, Far Enough. Leadership is a distance problem. Not physical distance, emotional distance. Strategic distance. The space between where your people are today and where you are trying to take them next. John Maxwell tells us that leaders have to be close enough to relate, but far enough ahead to motivate. That sounds simple, but it's not. Leadership is lived in that tension every day, in meetings, in decisions, and in the moments when someone is stuck and looking to you for clarity. Here's the leadership moment that I see over and over. A leader notices the team is stressed. Deadlines are tight. Morale is uneven. So the leader moves closer. They jump into the work. They solve problems. They answer every Slack. They join every call. They become the glue holding everything together. And for a while, it feels like leadership. The team feels supported. The numbers might even improve short term. But then the cost shows up. The leader becomes the system. People wait. Decisions bottleneck. Ownership thins out because the leader is always there to catch the fall. The team relates to the leader, but they're no longer being led forward. The opposite happens too. Leader gets promoted. Scope expands. Strategy becomes the job, so they move ahead. They talk vision, transformation, and scale. They share ambitious targets. They assume the team will figure out the path. But the team is living in today. Systems are messy. Priorities compete. Constraints are real. If the leader is only speaking from the future, the team feels measured, not understood. That is not motivation. That is distance without connection. The common misread is thinking this quote is about being likable or inspiring, but it's about calibration. Closeness is not constant availability. It's credibility. It is knowing the work well enough to ask better questions. It's understanding how decisions land downstream. It's caring enough to stay present with reality. And being far ahead is not a lofty vision. It's making the next step obvious. It's setting direction without proof. It's creating a picture of progress that people can actually move toward. So let's reframe this. You don't lead by living in the middle of the work. And you don't lead by living in the clouds. You lead by moving between proximity and perspective with intention. Close enough to hear what is not being said. Far enough ahead to name what matters most next. If you want a practical way to test your balance, ask yourself two questions. Do my people feel safe telling me the truth? And do my people know exactly what great looks like next week? If the answer to either one of those is no, your distance is off. Leadership is not choosing closeness or distance. It's choosing both, with discipline, with clarity, with care. And the best leaders do not just move teams. They move people forward without leaving them behind. Before we close, take a quiet inventory of your own leadership distance. Where have you been spending most of your time lately? In the work, rescuing and resolving, or in the future, forecasting and pushing? If you're too close, your next move is not to care less. It is to coach more, ask better questions, give the work back with support and clarity. If you're too far ahead, your next move is not to shrink the vision. It's to translate it. Make the next step obvious. Put language around trade-offs. Be visible in the realities your team is carrying. The goal is not to be everywhere. The goal is to be intentional about where you are. Close enough for truth. Far enough ahead for direction. Hold that balance and you will not just get more performance, you will build more leaders.